Hello, beautiful souls. How is everybody doing? So, today we are going to, ask the divine to guide us for when sometimes things just don't work out. Sometimes you're in a phase in your life where everything you're doing, you're working hard, you're putting in the effort, you are doing whatever you need to do, and yet you don't see any results. You don't see anything working out the way you want it to. Or it could be in one area of your life. Maybe your career is going well, but your love life doesn't seem to work out, or vice versa, or whatever it is. Or sometimes, it's really tough where nothing seems to be working out at all. And so that's what we're going to tackle today. That's what we're going to look at, and that's what we're going to receive messages for from the divine when nothing seems to work out, or something is very stubborn that is stuck in your life and it doesn't seem to move. No matter how much you try, no matter what you do, it just isn't working. Okay, so let's see what guidance the divine, the universe has for everybody in this situation, or in a particular area of your life. What is the guidance? And stay open. The guidance that comes through here is, it's pretty incredible, because one message will speak to a million, a billion, and more hearts. It is not, don't get stuck on wanting it only for you. Like, just open your heart and receive the messages coming through today for this situation. How do you get unstuck? How do you get out of this place in your life where you're just stuck? You're stuck no matter what, you're stuck. Or sometimes you're stuck and you just don't know how to get unstuck. You are stuck in this pattern, and it sometimes it can feel like you are just living every day out, um, the same way every day. It's the same thing. You get up and you do the same thing, and you're like, there has to be more to my life than this. And or you don't even know how to get unstuck. Like, you don't even know where to start or what to do. How do I change my life? Like, I don't know how to change my life. So if you're feeling like that, sometimes you need help. You need some guidance. You need someone or that divine intelligence to speak to you and give you the guidance you need on how to shift this energy, shift this situation in your life, and move to abundance, move towards a more, like, vibrant and energetic and fulfilling life. Okay, so the first card that's come through is Thinker. All right. And this is the Wisdom of the Oracle deck that I pulled this card out from. So sometimes we get so stuck in just our thoughts. We're just thinking and thinking and thinking and thinking, but we're not taking any action, you know. And on the other hand, I feel like it is important to, channel your thoughts towards what you would like in your life. Like, how would you like your life to be? Think those thoughts and then write them down and then act on them. Don't just keep thinking about it, or overthinking something. Some of us are overthinkers. We'll think it to death and then don't do anything about it. You know what I mean? We'll just keep thinking, and then we just get stuck in that pattern of just thinking every day rather than doing what it takes to change your life. Now, let's see what else is coming through here. Mending. Interesting. Mending, thinking and mending. Instead of just thinking in isolation, work towards mending whatever is broken in your life, or whatever needs mending in your life. Because life is a series of just mending. It's taking the time to fix things in your life that are broken, and working on those things, and understanding that you've got to keep working at it. You've got to keep on, fixing the pieces that have fallen or that have come loose. And so think about those links in your life. What is the missing link? What is the missing link for you to achieve what you want and where you want to go, or the kind of abundance you want, or the love you want, or the health that you want? What is that missing link? Sometimes that link, you know, is one where we have a mental block, or one where we have a part of us is resistant to doing that thing, you know. So that's what I'm getting. What is that missing link in your life? If you just connected that link, you maybe you're doing many things right, but that one link which is necessary for you to cross that bridge, you see there's like this, they're building this beautiful thing together and it's linking together. So look at your life and see the links. What are the things connecting your life together, and where are the gaps that you need to address? And you need to now focus on building that and mending that and connecting all the things that work with that one gap where it's not connecting with the rest of the bridge, so that you can cross to the place that you want to be in your life. Okay, I'm just receiving whatever's coming through right now. I'm speaking it out for you. It'll resonate with you the way it's meant to. Okay, let me, should I get one more from you? No, I want to get one from the Moonology deck. Let's get one card excuse me, from the Moonology deck. Let's see what we have here. A win-win outcome is forecast. Beautiful. A win-win outcome is forecast. So let me just get a few more cards, and let's see what the full picture is here. Let's get one more from here. Work through your fears. Work through your fears. It says a win-win outcome is forecast, and it says work through your fears. So it is asking you to work through your fears, pretty much, you know. And a win-win outcome is forecast, but let me see more about this. Let's get one more card from this deck. Don't let pride get in your way. Interesting. Some of you, this will, you know, it'll speak to you. How do we let pride get in our way? Examine this. You know, your first reaction might be like, I don't have pride, like I don't let pride get in my way. But examine the messages coming through and ask yourself, where do you let your pride get in the way of your progress? Where do you let that stop you from moving forward in your life? Is it getting in your way? Okay. Let's get okay, one more from the Moonology deck. What else? Right, we have show the world the real you. Okay. A lot of us are afraid to be our authentic selves, but it's saying be authentic and don't be like, even if you failed, like you've been authentic and you've gotten nothing out of it. Like maybe sometimes you've been authentic and people have betrayed you, or they've hurt you, or they've like, um, you know, laughed at you, or like dismissed you, or ridiculed you, or said, oh, you're just, the way you are is not going to work, you're not going to achieve anything with the way you are. Maybe you've been told that. Maybe you've kind of taken that into your spirit, into your soul, and you're believing that about yourself. Nothing and no one should dissuade you from being your authentic self. That doesn't mean that you don't improve yourself. That doesn't mean that you don't work on the things that don't work in your life. But besides that, your pure essence is your wealth. It is your, it's your treasure, because it is so unique. It's a fragrance that nobody else can replicate, you know. And that unique fragrance that you have within you is, it's very powerful. It holds the seed of power. But the world will try to make you believe that it is not powerful. It is actually, it is your downfall. It is your like, um it is the thing stopping you from achieving what you want to in your life. And we believe this nonsense, you know. We really do believe it. As we grow up, as the world conditions us, we start believing, oh, maybe the way I am is not good enough, so let me just be a clone of somebody else. Let me be something that the world accepts, you know. And then you forget who you are along the way. And I'm telling you, no matter what you achieve being a clone, you will not feel abundant or rich with, because your authentic self is out of the picture. So who are you satisfying? You're satisfying the world, you're satisfying the external, you're satisfying how people perceive you. And that is not going to nourish your soul. The thing that will nourish your soul is where you are authentic to yourself. And it says side by side, don't let pride get in your way. So it's okay to take criticism, and like constructive criticism, learn from it and move forward in your life, and maybe change those things or work on those things within yourself. But you do not change the authentic nature of your being. You do not become something and somebody that you do not recognize, okay, for anything. Now it says, don't let your past hold you back. Which section of your past, which memories, which traumas, which like habits that you have acquired from your past are holding you back today? Ask yourself that question. These are very pertinent questions for us to change the patterns of our life. If 100 times, a million times over, you have seen that this does not bear results, like this way of being, this way of whatever you're doing, is not bearing you results, uh, don't let that past pattern hold you back. Break the patterns that do not serve you. It's hard to do sometimes because we're attached to it, and we become comfortable in it, or we're very lazy, or we've just given up on ourselves. We've started to believe that no, this will never happen for us. Oh my gosh, I'm not good enough. Oh my gosh, I'm too screwed up in the head, or I'm not mentally stable, or I'm too fat, I'm too thin, I'm too poor, I'm too rich. There's so many excuses, you know so ask yourself, what are those patterns that are now blocking your path? And when you sometimes you have the answer, but you're not acting on it. And this is not something that happens overnight, my darlings. It's a journey, and you've got to continue doing it, and then you will see the results as you continue doing it. Okay, then it says time to breathe out. Time to breathe out. If you're holding your breath about something and you're like, you're not breathing properly because you're stressed out, that why hasn't my life turned out the way it has? Why am I the only person like who isn't married and doesn't have any children? Or why am I the only one who's isolated and alone and just sitting by myself without any friends? Or why haven't I achieved the level of success or wealth or recognition that my peers have, or that I see other people achieving? you know just relax, breathe, just breathe out. Don't hold it in, and breathe in, and just let go. Breathe out, don't hold on so tightly. Just release and let go. And also understand that even if you can't see it, even if it's late in your life, right? I'm not saying you always get what you want. You don't. You most certainly you most certainly don't always get what you want. So I'm not going to be here deluding you and saying you can have anything and everything always. No. But yes, you can most certainly have the frequency of abundance no matter what the physical circumstances are showing you. And if you have that frequency of abundance within you, why do you want that external success? Why do you want that external love? Why do you want that external whatever it is? It's because you want to feel content and satisfied and loved and happy and wealthy, and like you can live your richest life. Am I right? That's why you want all these things. But if you are creating that vibration of abundance within you no matter what, then you are abundant no matter what. And I don't care how glamorous people make it look. Okay, be it a relationship, be it wealth beyond measure, that is just the front, my darlings. Behind that is a lot of work. Behind that, there's behind the scenes of a lot of struggle that goes on, right? So there's a lot that comes with it. So wherever you are at this moment is a glorious, abundant, beautiful, incredible moment filled with life, okay, filled with joy if you choose it. So that's what we need to do. We need to shift our frequency into an abundance, into a gratitude mindset where you, at this moment, regardless, are full. You are complete. You are whole. You're not chasing some illusion and waiting till you get that to feel successful, to feel happy, to feel beautiful, to feel healthy, whatever it is. Okay. You have to change the frequency. And people might be like, oh, what are you talking about frequency? I want to see it in my life. I want to see the physical thing. But everything, let me tell you, is a frequency. Everything in your life is energy unfolding. So whatever you're doing, no matter how it seems on the outside, do it with that intention which you wish to create in your life, in the bigger picture of your life. So whatever it is, be it your business, be it your love life, become intentional about what it is. What frequency are you putting out into the world? Are you putting out a frequency of I want, I want, I want, I want, and I can't get? Or are you putting a frequency out of I am, I am, I am, I am it. I am it all, and I am so grateful. Thank you, universe, right now. And I think it's so important to ask rather that your eyes and your heart are open to see the abundance that is already currently in your life, to see the progress you have made up to this point, regardless of whether the external outward success is showing. Do you know what I mean? You haven't become like a overnight sensation. You haven't your reel hasn't gone viral, or don't know, whatever it is. These, I mean, it actually makes me sad and makes me laugh sometimes. I'm like, that is what defines your identity as a powerful and incredibly valuable being? Really? We're going to let that define who we are? All this nonsense, like it, which has no value. We need to shift our priorities, first of all, in life, and see how beautifully abundant you are right this moment. So stop becoming poor even when you aren't. You get what I'm saying? And if you are suffering financially or whatever it is, the spiritual world is where you can mend that, where you can mend what has been shown to you, which has been broken in your link, that link that you need to heal. When you heal that link, you then understand that the universe always gives you a win-win outcome. The universe does not is not imbalanced. It is a balanced universe, and you are a balanced being. Okay. And there is always a win-win outcome in the spiritual realm. But we're busy chasing the externals, and that is, we've got it backwards. Okay. We've got it backwards. Now let's see what else. What else can you do to live that life that you are imagining, that you are dreaming of? um and I want to talk more about this energy field. Okay. I had the most incredible experience today. So, the food had to be cooked in our house, and there, we have a cook. The cook didn't show up. In India, we have cooks who come and cook the food and all of that. And so my mom, she's an artist. All right, she paints. She's an incredible artist, and she cooking is not her forte. She doesn't like to cook, and she doesn't, it's not her thing. Okay. Anyway, so because there was no food, she decided to cook. Now, I didn't have a conversation with her because she had gone for a nap, and I ate the food. And as I ate the food, I was like, oh my gosh, this is art. this is my mom, the artist. That's what came to me, my mom, the artist, because her food tasted like art. It was so delectable, it was so incredible. And I was like, this is her art that has come through in this food. And then as I ate it, I was like, wow, I feel so nourished, like when you are a child, when you're breastfed and you like drink that milk, how you see babies, how they like sigh with relief when they had that milk. They're just so content and happy and peaceful. And that's how I felt when I ate that food. I just felt so nourished and so nurtured and so loved. And I was just like, wow, what a beautiful experience. And I was so grateful to my mom for cooking that food. And I was like, my mom, the artist, has created her art through this food today. And when she got up from her nap, she asked me, she said, so did you eat the food? And I said to her, I was like, that was delectable. That was so incredible. That was just such a beautiful experience. And I was about to tell her all these things, all the thoughts that I had. And she said to me, she said, Shilpa, today I decided I'm going to cook like I paint. I am going to cook like I paint. Those were her words to me. And I was like, of course, because that message came through. And when, as I ate it, I was eating that art, that joy, the joy she gets from painting. And then she said, I was listening to this lady, and she said how when a mother cooks for her child, it has a different energy, it has a different frequency, and it is so nurturing, and it is so fulfilling, and it is so healing. And I was like, wow, everything that she intended, and that was her intention, came through in the food. And as I ate it, that was the exact feeling, exact experience that I had. I mean, what does that tell you? That was a huge confirmation for me today that our energy, our frequency, our intention of how we do things, how we live in this world, how we energetically vibe in this world, it truly translates into an actual thing, an actual experience. It is conveyed, it is communicated. And how are you communicating with yourself? How are you talking to yourself? What are you consistently putting into your consciousness? What are you telling yourself on a daily basis? That is very powerful stuff. So, when people are like, oh, energy, what is this energy? Like, you've got to work for it, you've got to do things, you've got to, yes, indeed. But what are you putting in as you do those things? Because that is the environment you are creating in your life. That is the frequency you are perpetuating in the experiences in your life. And, this is a message for all of us. So, what are you finding yourself perpetuating in your life? And are you doing it with that deep intention within you that today, now practice, you can practice whatever you do it with an intention. What is the frequency you want to create there? And do it with that energy field, that frequency. Anything, choose it. Maybe it's something you don't like to do. Just like my mom, she doesn't like to cook, but she made a choice. And her intention was that I am going to cook like I paint, because painting gives her immense joy, and that is her gift. So we can transfer that energy of the gift that we have even into the mundane things of our life, even into the things that we don't particularly love. All right. So I wanted to share that experience with you all today because it was so powerful. So when you're speaking things into your life, you're speaking them into existence, okay? And you're taking actions with that energy field. All right. Okay. Now let's see. Let's get a few more from this Moonology deck as well. Surrender to the divine. Surrender to the divine. I love this. What does that mean? What does that mean? Surrender to the divine. Like, it can sound very airy fairy, right? Surrender to the divine. What is the divine? Who is the divine? What do you mean by surrender to the divine? Um, it means surrender to that part of yourself which is connected, which is everything, which is abundant being in action. Abundant being in action. Unconditional love in action. Okay? And that is what you're surrendering to. You are surrendering to the infinite part of yourself because you are not a physical being stuck in a physical world and a physical reality, no matter how much that seems to be true. Because I'm not talking off the top of my head. I have experienced this time and time and time again. Like, Michael Bernard Beckwith, he says, out of nothing and out of nowhere, the solution will appear. Because that is where it comes from. That is where it comes from. And the more you surrender to the divine in you, the more you let go of this clutching onto everything, this desperation, you're in flow. And when you're in flow, that energy carries through to everything that you do. But you've got to do this consistently, and you've got to put in as much effort into flowing with that divinity in you and flowing with the divine that is this universe as you do in doing the physical work. You get it? Side by side, you put in that divine energy into everything that you do. So that's what it means when we say surrender to the divine, surrender to the divine, this beautiful orchestration of this universe, which is showing you every second of every moment of every day of every breath you take that everything in this universe is symbiotic. It works together. And why do you think that you are separate from that? You are not. You are not. So stop blocking your incredible connectedness with everything around you. And I'm telling myself too, because we form very strong opinions, okay, about the experiences that we've had. And I have them too. I have them too, no doubt. But I have to tell myself and remind myself, you need to shift enough of looking at the picture that you don't like. Stop staring at it. Stop going on talking about it. Stop dwelling on it. Stop complaining about it. You need to shift what you're looking at. All right. And even what you're looking at, look at it through a lens of your divinity and the divinity that is behind, just behind what appears to be a loss, what appears to be difficult, what appears to be offensive. Behind that is the treasure. Behind that is the reality. And we're going to look at that reality. We're not going to keep staring at what we hate and what we don't like and what we're frustrated with. We're going to open a new window, one that opens up that frequency, which is a frequency of opportunities, of solutions, of miracles, of everything falling into place, of alignment with the abundance of this universe. Okay, let's see what else. Let's get some cards from this Sacred Destiny Oracle. Okay, what else have we got? Simplicity. Oh, wow. Wow. Don't we just complicate everything in our lives? Community. Beautiful. Beautiful. So that's where our wealth lies, in the simplicity of our lives, keeping it as simple as possible, and community. Okay. Now, sometimes it's very hard to come by the community that you would like. and it isn't so simple. Sometimes it's difficult. Now I want to ask about that, because I struggle with that. I do struggle with that. Where I am currently, I don't find like-minded beings. That is my block at the moment. And I do not, that doesn't happen to me in other places, it just happens to me here. And that has always been the case. Where I am currently is where I find I just can't meet people who align with my frequency. So let's ask more about that. So, what is the solution to this, divine love? Power. Okay, we have power. What else? Security. I need to get more clarity on that. Let's get some tarot cards. What does that mean? What does that mean? No, wait. Or should I get uh, one more Moonology card? Okay, let's see. Tell me more about this. How do we gather the right people around? What is the solution? How is this going to change for all of us who are struggling with this? It says your commitment is being tested. Okay, I'm still not clear. Let's get a few more cards. Let me use, okay, let's use this one, my Everyday Witch Tarot. Okay, let's see. 10 of Cups. That is ultimate happiness. That is community. That is family. That is just so much joy, so much abundance of love and togetherness and being with your loved ones and celebrating and having a picnic with them, and everybody sharing with each other and loving each other and talking to each other and playing. And just this 10 of cups is like winning the lottery in emotional happiness, in emotional well-being, in being surrounded by that energy. Exactly what I was saying, community, and wanting that in your life. And it says your commitment is being tested. So I want to know more about that. Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles is the slowest knight. Is the slowest knight. This knight is not slow because he's lazy. He's slow because he's very, very detailed about everything. Okay, he's very, very thorough about everything. And so what I'm getting here is that if you are very picky about who is in your life, then be prepared for not that many people to be in your life. Okay, for a while it takes time to gather those around you. It takes time to, not always, but sometimes where you are it doesn't work. And so that's the reason. Let me see what else. There's death here. So I think also there's a huge fear of, you know, things ending. And here is the security card from the Sacred Oracle deck. So I think it is a lot to do with things ending. I feel like you may be in a period of your life where you are evolving. You are evolving in a way where what worked for you before, the people around you before, they just do not fit into your life anymore. They just do not fit into your life anymore. And what you require and want is a sense and feeling of security. Like there's a campfire here, and there's that warmth, there's that sense of community. And like this is, their cave drawings and how everybody gathered together. And I think this is a huge problem today in the world all over. So many people are isolated because it's, the way the world is today, it's not conducive to people meeting in person anymore. It feels like more and more everything is just online, and people are not meeting um, in reality, in the actual world. But let's see what else. Show me more about this. 7 of Pentacles. This is about patience. This is about sowing the seeds, sowing your seeds. And I think this is a solitary time. This is a bit of a solitary time. Let me see what else. Show me more about this. I want to know. The Queen of Wands. What can I tell you? All I'm seeing here is just solitary people, and that sometimes you just do not find the people that like vibe with you. But I do see that you will have victory over this. The Queen of Wands here, this is victory. So I do see that you will find your like beings. You will find the frequency that you align with. That's what I'm getting very strongly here. Yes, you will. You will. You are not going to stay in this situation. Yes, maybe you're isolated right now. Maybe it's really challenging not having the people that you want around you, the support you want around you, but you will have victory over this, because what is happening is your character is being built. You are really understanding yourself on a level that not everybody gets an opportunity to have. Okay, I'm not saying it's easy. It is very difficult, very challenging. I know it is. I know it is. But you cannot compromise. Like, you cannot just go out and hang out with anybody anymore. You just can't do it. That's facts. Those are the facts. You just can't. Let's see what else. Nine of Swords, but this can keep you feeling very, very like trapped, isolated, too many thoughts, thinking too much. Let me see what else. So I think this is part of the reason also that maybe you aren't progressing to the level that you want to or you need to. Here's the Ace of Swords. You're going from the Nine of Swords, where you were just sitting alone in your room and you just have all these thoughts. You have sleepless nights. You're just like, see, she's surrounded by books. You're studying, you're inquiring, you're going deep, but you're all alone, all alone, and it's a very difficult place to be in. And as you can see on her dress and on this robe, with that's what I've just noticed, like on her dress here, she has a particular pattern, okay, sitting alone in her room. And now that very dress has become her cape with the Ace of Swords, and there is a breakthrough. There is a huge breakthrough in her life, and don't worry, I'm saying her, but this applies to all human beings, okay? She has turned her sorrowful dress into her cape of victory. There is a breakthrough, and the breakthrough is happening in your mind. Okay, it is happening in your mind, and you are now just you're not sitting there anymore. You're not just sitting there anymore. You need to just get up, get out, and change this energy, because you have nothing to lose. So do whatever you need to do to meet more people. Do whatever you need to do to get yourself out there so people can see you, that you actually exist, because if you're sitting in your room, nobody knows you exist. You know what I mean? So you need to just get up, and this cape, this dress of sorrow, like I said, is turning into your cape of victory. That is your choice. Ask yourself, how am I going to turn my cape of loneliness, my cape of isolation? Maybe, sometimes you're not even lonely, but it is a struggle because you've spent too much time on your own. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes we're good with our own company, but we need human beings as well. We need to interact with other human beings, and when we interact with other human beings, we form connections, we learn things, we gain information, knowledge, which helps us to move forward and to achieve what we want to achieve. So that is what I'm seeing. There's a breakthrough that's happening, where you're finally going to get out of this zone where you've been stuck, just sitting by yourself, and getting up and just putting your sword in the air, like she is over here. And she's like, I have an idea. I know what I'm going to do. I know what I need to do. And you know what you need to do already. Let me know. Do you know what you need to do? Each of us kind of knows. We kind of have an idea as to what we need to do, but we're not doing it. Then we have the 10 of Pentacles. This is, wow, another lottery card, another winning the lottery card. All right. Now, this is legacy. This is ancestry. This is where you came from and where you're going and what you're leaving behind. And it's big time. It's big time stuff, you know. It's not playing small anymore, it's playing big time. So, are you in the big time or are you going to play small? That's your question. But you're not, because I see that breakthrough that comes through. You're not going to stay small anymore in any area of your life. And you have the King of Swords here. So, King of Swords is like clarity, is deep and, very clinical. Sometimes it can be very, this is my doctor, lawyer, engineer, that kind of card. But sometimes you've got to be clinical about your life as well. You've got to be very, very clear. Like, look at yourself clearly and ask yourself, are you being completely and totally transparent and honest, even if it hurts? Okay. Sometimes you've got to do a check. We've got to check with ourselves. What are you making excuses for? What are you, what is it that but you're not doing? You know it, but you're not doing. So become very clear. That is the books. You see, this could be the accounts, the books of your life, like the accounts of your life. What accounts are you keeping in your life? That's a good question. What accounts? Whose accounts? Where are you accounting? And how are you accounting for your life? Like, be mathematical about it. Even if your math is terrible like me, you doesn't matter. You can be mathematical about what is the equation that you are creating to have an output in your life. What is it that you need to do right now? And write it down, because he has a sword. For me, that sword, I feel like the pen is power. Writing your thoughts down on a piece of paper gives you immense clarity. So write down at this moment, what is it that you need to clear out of your life, your thoughts, your way of being, and where are you just allowing that stagnant energy to continue to be stagnant? Um, what is it that is keeping you just stuck here, thinking, but not taking the action you need to clear out whatever it is that is blocking your path? Okay. And here, this card was left behind. This is the Fool. Okay. The Fool card. Fool card is a brand new beginning. It is carefree. It is taking a leap of faith into the unknown. But what I am getting here is that some of you are afraid to take that leap of faith. Some of us, let's say, are afraid to take that leap of faith into the unknown because the uncertainty kills you. The uncertainty stops you from taking that step. You're like, oh gosh, but if I do this, what if this? We need to take calculated risks in our lives, all right? Action is better than just sitting and thinking about it. So take a calculated risk. You might fail miserably, all right? But you have created a momentum of movement. You get up and you do another action and another action and another action. You do not allow an action that you took that didn't work to set you into non-action or into stagnation. You get up and do something else and something else and something else. Or the action that you took, you need to perfect it. Okay, maybe you're imperfect right now, maybe you're starting out. You need to start. Do it. Just do it. You might do it terribly the first time and make a fool of yourself. You might be embarrassed. It does not matter. It does not matter in the large grand scheme of things. It does not matter. And I say this over and over again. In another 150 years, nobody you knew will exist. Nobody on this earth will exist. Okay, they're not going to exist. They won't be here anymore. So why are you worrying about what anybody thinks? Just forget about it. Stop caring about what others think of you. I like sometimes, we were like, no, I can't do that. That's embarrassing. Like, what will my friends think of me? What will my peers think of me? What will my family think of me? They're gonna laugh at me. They're gonna be like, you're doing this? Are you? Please, none of them are gonna be here. in the meantime, your life is being wasted and you are not achieving your full potential. So forget about anyone else's opinion of what you are doing. If you have that conviction within you, or even if you don't right now, but you have a hunch and you have a feeling, let me do this, I love this, let me do this. Put your step one in front of the other and move forward. Enough of being stuck in this misery with all that potential inside of you just dying every moment. Like I said in another reading, like, even in the Bible it says the gifts you're given, if you don't use them, then they rot, they die. You need to use your gifts and multiply them. Okay, so what is your gift, and what gift are you not using in your life, and where are you just sitting on it and thinking and thinking and thinking till you feel paralyzed? When you have every thing available to you, move those legs forward, pick up your whatever it is and do that thing, or open your mouth and speak, or whatever your gift is. Okay, all right, let's see a few more messages and then we will end the session. Whoa. Those two flew. Oh, three, there's three. So we have, what do we have here? We have the King of Cups. Okay, the King of Cups. We have the Six of Pentacles, and we have the Four of Cups. You see, this person is surrounded by golden chalices, even somebody serving them in a golden chalice. That is the state of the world. They have become so apathetic. They don't see everything that they have. They've become bored with everything they have. So that's what it's showing you. Please open your eyes, look around you, understand that are you are responsible for sharing your gift. That is your responsibility, because if you don't do it, regardless of whether right now you're making millions from it, regardless of whether the love of your life is in your life right now, regardless of whether your health is where you want it to be, it is your responsibility as a human incarnated in this life, in this space, to share your gift. Do not sit there thinking about it. Get up right now and do what you need to do, because this is the Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles is that beautiful flow. It's that flow of giving and receiving, and it's that beautiful exchange. That is life. I don't believe any single human being came here to rot or to just sit on their gifts. Even if it's raw right now and it's not perfect, doesn't matter. You have every opportunity today to put yourself out there and to let yourself be seen by the world. Okay, and here's the King of Cups. Keep your emotions, the King of Cups is like his throne is on the sea of emotions, the ocean of emotion. And so make sure that you are sitting as a king, on the throne of the ocean of emotions, where you navigate through your emotions so that you are always the king. You are the king of the seas of whatever comes emotionally into your life. You are the king. When you are a master of your emotions, when you master your emotions, then nothing can stop you. Your wealth is unlimited, because you have the greatest gift of all, which is self mastery. Self mastery. Spend more time on self mastery than you do on like chasing shiny objects, which just lead you down a path of more disillusionment, more discontentment. Whatever you're creating, even the shiny things that you want, let them have worth and the value of your own innate quintessential essence. That is the magic. That is the potent serum. That is that potent like liquid of our beings, let that, use that in your life to create what you want to. Okay, that is what I'm seeing for all of you beautiful souls today. I hope this message spoke to you, it helped you, it broke you out of whatever state you were in that stopped you from being and receiving and getting the abundance that you deserve in your life. Get up and do it now, my lovelies, and just keep moving forward. Do not give up, and do not let anyone define your worth in this world. Don't compare yourself. Don't let anyone make you feel like you're less than, or that you're not qualified enough, or oh my gosh, look at them. I could never be like them. I'm not good enough. That is a load of nonsense. That is not true. You are as valuable as every single human who has achieved anything they ever wanted to in this life. And my statement, my always statement, my perpetual statement is, if it's true for them, it's true for me. So claim it now, be powerful, and just keep going forward. All right. Don't give up, and get yourself out of this rut that you're stuck in, and take one action today. Every day, write it down. What is the thing that I am going to do today to change the course of my life? Because your actions today are creating your future. Okay, and there of course are many variables involved, but what we can do, we are doing. That's what's important. We're not just sitting around waiting and saying, oh, forget it. No, you're like, I'm on my path. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep doing, and I'm going to keep believing in myself regardless. I'm going to believe in my own power, in my own strength, in my own abilities, in my own worth. And I'm going to do it with compassion and love and patience and joy. And I'm going to bring the frequency that I wish to perpetuate in my life and in the lives of everybody that I come into contact with. Okay. So, my lovelies, that was the message for today. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, I would love for you to be a part of this community. Do like, do share, do subscribe, and send this message to anybody who needs to listen to it. Share it with them, okay? Because that's what we are. We're light. We light the lanterns. We light the light in everybody else. If we receive the light, we must share it with others and put their lantern on as well, and let that chain, that cycle. We are the links towards our own beautiful lives and creating what we want, and we are the links to doing that for others. There is no greater gift than the gift of kindness and helping somebody else achieve their dreams, and helping somebody else understand their worth and value. So if you can do that for somebody today, if you can bless them in any way, go ahead and do that, because that is the greatest wealth you could ever ask for. All right. Thank you, my darlings. Thank you for being here. Sending you all my love and blessings. Take care.